In a vibrant African village, there lived a kind-hearted girl named Wuraola. Her days were filled with endless chores, dictated by her cruel stepmother and lazy stepsisters. From dawn till dusk, Wuraola swept the floors, cooked the meals, and fetched water from the river, while her stepmother and stepsisters lounged around, giving her not a moment's rest. One day, a royal messenger arrived in the village square, announcing a grand festival at the palace to celebrate the prince's return. Excitement buzzed through the crowd, but Wuraola knew her stepmother wouldn't allow her to attend. Back home, Wuraola's stepmother and stepsisters excitedly discussed their plans for the festival, choosing their finest clothes and jewelry. Wuraola watched from the shadows, knowing she wouldn't be going. As the festival approached, Wuraola sat alone in her room, longing to attend but knowing her fate. She sighed deeply, wishing for a miracle. That evening, a mysterious old woman appeared in Wuraola's room. With a warm smile, she revealed herself to be a magical spirit sent to help Wuraola. With a wave of her hand, the old woman transformed Wuraola's ragged clothes into a stunning dress adorned with beautiful jewelry. Wuraola looked at herself in disbelief. The old woman handed Wuraola a pair of magical slippers, warning her that the magic would only last until midnight. Wuraola thanked her, her heart filled with hope. Wuraola left her home, her heart pounding with excitement as she made her way to the palace, her beautiful dress and slippers shining under the moonlight. Arriving at the grand palace, Wuraola was awestruck by the dazzling lights and music. Her entrance turned heads, and whispers filled the air about the mysterious beauty. The prince, captivated by Wuraola's beauty, made his way through the crowd to ask her for a dance. Wuraola's heart fluttered as she accepted. Wuraola and the prince danced gracefully across the ballroom floor, their movements perfectly in sync. The guests watched in awe, enchanted by their elegance. From the sidelines, Wuraola's stepsisters watched with envy, unable to recognize her but clearly upset by the prince's attention on someone else. As the clock neared midnight, Wuraola began to worry, remembering the old woman's warning. She glanced anxiously at the palace clock. Suddenly, Wuraola pulled away from the prince and ran towards the palace exit. In her haste, she lost one of her magical slippers on the grand staircase. The prince picked up the slipper, determined to find the mysterious girl who had captured his heart. He announced that he would search the entire kingdom to find her. Back home, Wuraola's stepmother and stepsisters heard the announcement. They were determined to feed the slipper and marry into royalty, never suspecting Wuraola. The prince began his search, visiting every home in the village with the magical slipper. Hopeful girls lined up to try it on. At Wuraola's house, the stepsisters eagerly tried to force their feet into the slipper, but it was too small for both of them. The prince looked unimpressed. Wuraola watched quietly until the prince noticed her. Encouraged by his gentle smile, she stepped forward to try the slipper. The slipper fit Wuraola's foot perfectly. The prince's eyes lit up with recognition and joy as Wuraola stood before him, now revealed as the mysterious girl from the festival. The stepmother and stepsisters were stunned and horrified, realizing that Wuraola was the girl the prince had been searching for. The prince took Wuraola's hand and knelt before her, asking her to marry him. Overwhelmed with happiness, Wuraola accepted. Wuraola's eyes sparkled with joy as she accepted the prince's proposal. The villagers who had gathered around cheered in celebration. The palace prepared for a grand wedding, with decorations and villagers arriving in colorful attire. The air was filled with music and laughter. Wuraola and the prince exchanged their vows in front of a joyous crowd. The celebration continued with dancing, feasting, and merriment. Wuraola and the prince stood together, beaming with happiness as they greeted their guests and thanked everyone for their support. Wuraola, now a princess, walked through the village with the prince, warmly interacting with the people and helping those in need. Wuraola's kindness and humility as a princess endeared her to the villagers, who admired her transformation from a poor girl to a beloved royal. Wuraola and the prince lived happily together, their love inspiring tales and songs throughout the kingdom. The sunset bathed the village in a warm glow, symbolizing their eternal happiness. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the story. We hope you enjoyed it and learned something along the way. If you did, please leave a comment, like, share, and follow my page to see more content like this and help us grow. Your support means everything to us. Thank you.